Welcome to another fine episode of Beards and Glasses. I'm Nick.
I'm Thad.
And we're going to tell you some stuff about games and movies, because there's quite a bit of news that happened this week of things that, directly pertain to us. Yeah, so to start off, some Star Wars things have been happening lately.
In the comics.
Not movie-wise. We got that sweet trailer, which we went over last time. Check it out. We're on YouTube. We're on, plug. But, so, what do we got going on with the comic?
With the comic, it's C-3PO's run. And then Force Awakens, as you know, and as many of you know, C-3PO has a red arm. We don't know why. Nope. It's not explained at all.
No, and then at the end of the movie, he does not have a red arm.
Yeah, so we're all just like, what happened to that arm? Where is that arm? The comic goes over that. And in said comic, we find out that C-3PO is on a rescue mission with a bunch of rebels to reclaim Admiral Akbar. It's
a trap, it turns out.
It's a trap. So they're trying to get back Akbar. They're on this planet. Well, first off, the ship crashes. All the humans die.
Immediately.
A handful of droids remain. One of them being a First Order Protocol droid named Omri? I don't know how.
O-M-R-I, however you pronounce that.
Yeah, it's weird. So it's just him and a bunch of these robots and Omri. They are walking through this jungle planet, and they're getting picked off one by one.
Savage.
Dead AF. So they find a distress beacon for a TIE fighter. They need to activate it so that they can get a homing beacon sent back to wherever the hell.
The rebels.
Yeah. And they can come rescue C-3PO.
Makes sense.
So, in the process, C-3PO gets his arm ripped off by a tentacle beast.
Not well shit.
Yeah, goddamn. And Omri... And then after this, acid rain starts falling from the sky. And they take shelter. But they need to activate the homing beacon. So Omri sacrifices himself and gets it. And then after the rain stops, the only thing remaining of Omri is his red arm.
Makes sense.
So what C-3PO does, he just takes that fucking arm, goes back to the fucking...
Rebel base,
and BB-8, he explains to BB-8, oh yeah, even though I've lost my aesthetic sensibilities...
I'll keep this arm.
In memory of Omri.
Which is a pretty solid story, honestly. It gives 3PO a little more... I know he's not human, but it gives him a little more of a human feel to it, other than just being an asshole who keeps telling everybody the odds, regardless of how many times you tell him not telling the odds. Song of my people.
Someone's getting whooped on.
So we don't get whooped on. So that's really cool. I think it's nice getting side stories of characters that have always been around.
Yeah, I mean, especially for C-3PO, because we really didn't know much about him, and now we do. So that's cool. Moving on, the Jungle Book.
Before we go to the Jungle Book, I had a little side thing about Star Wars.
Okay.
So the other night, I was rewatching Star Wars because, well, I love Star Wars.
What?
And I know, it's crazy, right? You would never...
How'd you...
Where'd
you get that at, by the way?
I got it at JCPenney's, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Buy Arizona products right now? Hey, deals, okay? We're all about deals on wheels.
Deals.
Take the deal. Things to live by. Also, teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork does make the dream work.
Arizona products, like jeans, shirts, shorts, whatever, are buy one, get one for $1.
What?
So I was like, I'm going to get a bro tank and this shirt. I'm going to get a pair of shorts and these shorts. So yeah, still walked out of there spending $70. Anyway, side note. So, I was rewatching Star Wars, and I'm watching the story crawl in the beginning of episode 4. And I completely forgot that this was in the crawl. Princess Leia is being tracked by an Imperial Star Destroyer, right? Because a crew of rebel spies had just obtained the plans for the Death Star and given them to Leia, and she needed to get them back to the base so that way they could get inside the Death Star. Rebel spies. It never clicked to me that they were spies because I completely forgot, and that Rogue One is the story of those rebel spies. Because I kept wondering, I figured when the girl was wearing the elite stormtrooper suit, that was just knock someone out, take their suit so you can sneak through. They're spies. They are snuck into the
They're
Empire.
the James Bonds of
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Like, it just made it so much more for me, because I always remembered, the conversation of a lot of good people die getting us these plans. But, like, literally the first, like, paragraph, it was like, here you go.
Oh yeah, by the way, we have another story.
By the way, 40 years from now, we're going to make a movie about this.
Which I didn't know.
Yeah, they had no idea at the time. George Lucas was like, my movie did good?
He's worth billions. So.
4 billion, actually. Exactly 4 billion, because that's how much Disney paid him.
That's nuts. Next up is Jungle Book.
Yeah, Jungle Book. Apparently, Jungle Book is killing it in the box office right now, which is awesome because Jungle Book's dope. Disney's great. I love Kingdom Hearts. And it was like one of the best casts I have seen in a long time for a movie.
Well, I mean, all of it's like CG though, which is crazy that it's being so successful because CG movies usually aren't this successful.
Right.
Unless they're Transformers.
You're not wrong. And it's like, it's CG and it looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, it looks amazing. I still need to see it, which I totally forgot that it came out.
Well, there's a movie they made about this a long, long time ago. And you can watch it there.
The original live action one?
You could. Or you can just watch the animated one from the 80s.
Yeah, but Scarlett Johansson was not playing one of the characters.
Really? I mean...
Yeah, really?
I was like, wait, I thought she was in the new cast.
She is in the new cast. In the original animated film, it was not.
No. Crazy.
Yeah.
102 million so far.
103 million.
103 million so far.
103,578,000. Which, its next competitor for that opening weekend slot was Barbershop at 20 million. So it quintupled? It quintupled them. The sales.
It did a lot more.
Yeah, it fucking knocked it out of the park.
Yeah. Almost as good as BVS.
Almost as good as BVS. God, fuck.
To put it in perspective. And the weekend's not even over, so.
The weekend's not even over. Hell, I might go see it tonight.
Alright, so with that out of the way, the biggest thing that I really wanted to go over in our news segment, which is not showing up right now, because iPads are stupid sometimes, was the PlayStation 4, again, in March. Knocked sales out of the park yet again. Not surprising.
No, not at all. Because PS4 is a great system. A lot of people should buy it. They are buying it. And every time someone's like, oh yeah, I was thinking about a game console. Like, there's only one game console out right now. And it's the PlayStation.
Truly and honestly.
Yeah, I mean...
And there was also a small article about Pokemon rights for a movie being tossed around.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Stupid.
I would not like a live-action Pokemon film.
Dude, I said that too, and Logan and Sam thought I was crazy.
I wouldn't like it at all.
That would literally defeat the purpose.
It would, because I love the...
kiddishness to it.
Yeah, but I was thinking, like, the fan concept art of, like, what Pokemon would look like in real life. I think that's cool because it's fan service. It's, like, literally just the fans, like, this is what I think they would look like.
Yeah.
I don't want a definite, this is what they would look like.
Yeah.
I want my cartoons. I want it to, like...
I want my imagination.
Exactly, because, like, Charizard's just red and blue, and he's a dragon. Realistically, he'd be, like, super scaly and fucking gnarly looking, but, like, I don't need to see that. I have my image of Charizard.
Yeah. I agree completely. And another... I think this is pretty much going to round out the news.
Okay.
Unless you got anything else. Off the top of your head.
Off the top of my head. Don't eat Doritos in game. Cheese dust in your controller fucks it. That's not really...
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
So... Yeah, other than that, the last bit of news is... the best-selling games of March.
Oh, okay. What do we got?
Which is going to be shocking, because... Division 1 again. Division 1.
Really?
I mean, not surprising.
Yeah,
it was released.
Though, because
it was released. It's a big game.
Yeah, it's a big game. People are looking forward to it. It appeals to the masses because it's a third-person shooter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not... I don't think that's the reason why.
Well, I mean, like, it's a shooter.
Yeah, it's a shooter.
That's, yeah.
It's a multiplayer shooter.
Yeah. They're like, you want another one? Okay.
Yeah, and there's going to be another one in another year, so...
Yep. Actually, there'll be one in November.
Yeah.
Call of Duty.
Yep. Number 2, Far Cry Primal.
Nice.
Surprised it's still doing so well.
Yeah. I'm surprised and I'm not surprised. I've heard amazing things about Primal.
I haven't seen anybody playing it, though. That's not a problem. I have 63 friends on PlayStation. I have 0 people playing Far Cry Primal right
Granted,
now. So.
there was only one of our friends who played Far Cry at all.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess, Grand Theft Auto 5, still fucking selling.
Why?
I think it was on sale during March for some reason. UFC 2, MLB The Show 16, exclusive to PlayStation. Pokken Tournament, not surprising.
Not surprising at all.
Not surprising. That's a solid fighting game.
Tekken and Pokemon coming together? Well, that's a great idea.
Yep. NBA 2K16, this has literally been on the top 10 list since it came out. Almost a year ago.
I feel like basketball's, excuse me, almost a year-round thing. So, like, you can kind of keep playing and it's going to keep updating the roster and whatnot.
Yeah. Blops 3 dropped down to 9. So, that's interesting.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised it's still in the top 10.
I'm not.
Because it's, like, almost at that, like, point where it starts getting, like, cut off.
Well, once the new one gets announced, it'll drop out of the top 10.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And we still got a month out for that. So.
Yeah.
And then Minecraft on...
Really?
Yeah, every console, so. Interesting stuff there.
It being on so many consoles probably helped it out a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally on every console.
Yeah.
So. And handheld, and portable, and literally anything you can think of, it's on it, so.
Yeah, that's actually really cool.
Yeah.
That's a solid lineup for March.
Yeah. And that's all we got for the news?
Yeah.
That's all we got for the news? Alright.
That's all the news. So, do some crazy shit, and then we can report it, and we'll have even more news if you guys really like news and stuff.
Yeah.